Good morning. This is HCG Charm, and I'm doing a vlog today about Dr. Simeon's protocol and using that word, protocol. That was a great word, I think, that Dr. Simeon's used. He didn't use Dr. Simeon's diet, which we tend to use now, which that's what most of my headlines are. On my videos, you'll see it's HCG Diet, which I think I'm going to change that to HCG Lifestyle Change, because protocol basically means change, and I think that's what Dr. Simeon was trying to teach us, was change. Also, I'm going to talk a little bit about social networking and how I think that would be a great tool to use on this video. Facebook, YouTube, and a lot of the journaling sites for journaling your foods are wonderful tools to utilize. And talking a little bit about how to use those journaling sites to help you achieve your goals. Basically using the journal sites to journal your foods to find out which foods fuel your body the best. The thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is, I really think Dr. Simeon's was definitely a genius, especially within his time. I mean, he was definitely a very smart man. And basically what he accomplished through his protocol is by doing something to make a lifestyle change. He was trying to teach us by his protocol, or being on pot, how to make a lifestyle change. He necessarily wasn't trying to teach us that you have to do exactly what I say or else. He was trying to teach us by doing something repetitively and by teaching us with the right tools that if you do this, this, and this can be accomplished. If you do something repetitively for 21 days, it'll become a habit, which Simeon's protocol is great because he incorporates healthy lifestyle changes in his protocol, that by doing it repetitively, changing our eating habits, it's going to change our lifestyle without really even giving a thought to it, like water, going organic, walking, sleeping, eating patterns, fruits and vegetables, and good proteins. He is incorporating all these good habits by doing them for 21 days consecutively. And that's going to change the way that we look at things, because our brain will just tell us that after doing something for 21 days, it's installed. We're going to keep that in the back of our brains forever. And that, I think, is what makes his protocol work. Also, by taking the sugars and the carbohydrates out of our diet, again, it's a lifestyle change. It's something that needs to be taken out of our diet, especially in today's society. It's even worse. It's definitely going to change things. The one thing, though, that I wanted to sort of tell people, which I think that they think by going on this HCG diet, that basically they're going to go on the diet and then it's going to change their hypothalamus gland and they can go back to the way it was before. I don't think that's what Dr. Simeon's was trying to tell us. I think that he was trying to get us to learn through his diet basically how to change our lifestyles so that we won't go back to the old way, and then it will change our lifestyles forever, which in turn will also, the chemical reaction does happen, but it only happens to a certain extent. You're not going to be able to go on this diet and then go back to the old ways like with me. My old ways were that I didn't eat breakfast, I didn't eat lunch, and I drank Mountain Dew throughout the whole day and ate at night. I'm not going to be able to do Dr. Simeon's protocol and then go back to eating that Mountain Dew, those sugars and carbs, and think that my body is going to still reset and still work the same way. It just doesn't happen that way. I guess the best analogy I can give is like the human body is sort of like a car. If you fill it with the right gases, unleaded or premium, unleaded, it'll get you to where you want to go. Premium, it'll get you to where you want to go, and it'll run a lot better and a lot longer. It's the same with foods. If we eat the wrong foods, you can destroy your bodies. And if you give your body, regular gas, being like sugars or carbohydrates, it's going to destroy it. Just like if you gave your car regular gas now versus the unleaded or premium, you could destroy it with the regular gas, and you could destroy your body with a lot of the sugars and the carbohydrates that are out there now. So you have to fill it with the right fuel, no matter what. So if you go back to filling your body with all those sugars and carbs again, even after Dr. Simeon's diet, you're going to end up basically in the same situation that you were before. Dr. Simeon was trying to figure out how to make our bodies rev and keep them revving. But if we continue to try to make them work on regular gas, we will stall and never live. So he taught us through his protocol basically how to feed our bodies premium gas and to make us run better and live longer. He also taught us the tricks along the way, basically like changing the oil or parts or keeping us running so that we wouldn't get into trouble, like the apple days or the steak days, etc. However, with the human body, it's a whole new ball game. With cars, we only have a handful of different companies. We have, like Fords, GMs, Chryslers, our foreign cars. But with the human body, no one is the same. It's we're all like snowflakes. There is not one of us that is exactly the same. That is why I get so frustrated with the people who say you have to stay on pop or, you're out or it just frustrates the heck out of me because we're not all Fords. We cannot all have Ford parts and make it work. We all have different issues. We all have different things in life that we're not all necessarily going to work on. Everyone is basically so stuck on pop sometimes, which is, I don't know if I've explained that. It's perfect on protocol, on Dr. Simeon's protocol. That they tend to forget what Dr. Simeon's was trying to teach us. He came up with this protocol to teach us how to make a lifestyle change. But life has changed a lot since that time. The environment is so much harder on our bodies. The food is such a poor quality, and the nutrients in it are terrible. And we have so much more stress and a higher paced lifestyle that makes a huge difference in trying to incorporate his protocol in today's society. But if we take the tools that he has given us and incorporate them as much as possible into our daily lives, we will make a change, and it will be for the better. And it will help us. However, when life experiences get in the way of doing pop, like with Maddie, Madlaw's having a lot of issues right now with school and other things getting in her way of being on pop. Or Jana from Besties. She's trying to have a baby, and she is taking hormones and a lot of different medications that weren't even around when I don't think Dr. Simeon's was making his protocol. But there are things that get in the way with life that you can't necessarily be on pop. But can you use his tools? Absolutely. Using his tools, again, to make a lifestyle change. You might not be on pop or P3 or P2 or whatever. But if you incorporate his tools that he's given you, you'll make that lifestyle change, and you can still get around your daily life needs and do what's necessary to make that lifestyle change that he's teaching us. So, Maddie, don't let, I don't know how to put it, like people's opinions about being on P2 get in your way of being the best you can in law school. I mean, I was the same way. I had to be the top of my class, and I was the head of the student council, and I was a competitive swimmer all my life, which, those tools are great because they teach us how to set goals and achieve them. And that's how you are, Maddie. You set your goals, you achieve them, you get through life. It's the same thing with Dr. Simeons. Use his tools. You don't necessarily have to be on P2 to use his tools. If your life is going to be this hectic for 6 months, then this is my opinion, but just from my experiences with my diet, is you may have to put the P2 on hold, but you can still eat P2 foods. You don't have to go and eat junk food to get you through. No. You know how to make the lifestyle change now. You know how to eat the P2 foods. You may just incorporate a little bit more of them, or having your Diet Coke, to get the caffeine that you need necessarily. But not going crazy eating chips and going back to that same lifestyle. That's what it's about. Just do the best you can to basically stay still losing the weight, maybe not necessarily as fast, but you're incorporating a lifestyle change, Maddie. You're not incorporating Dr. Simeon's protocol. You're incorporating just trying to lose weight and achieve your goal. You might be better off during this very high stressful time walking in pace, or put your headphones on and study and go walk around the block, still burning the calories and incorporating lifestyle changes in your life, but yet achieving your goal that you need to achieve for 6 months. And then do it that way. We can't all be perfect on protocol and all the time. There's going to be life experiences. There's going to be changes that we have to make, basically, but still achieve our goal. Like with swimming. I was a competitive swimmer, like I said, all my life. And how I did so well and became a state champion swimmer is basically by changing my stroke for me, which I did a little bit different technique, which made me go faster, which in turn made me achieve the goals that I want to achieve. We can all, how do I put this? We can all achieve our goals, but we might have to just learn how to do it with a different stroke, basically. But we all can finish and get to that finish line. But it might not be in the same stroke as the other person or the same way as the other person. And that's what I've learned through this 3 years is, how many different diet techniques I have tried in this 3 years? But it's all about getting to that goal that I got to. And I wouldn't have gotten to this goal. I wouldn't have gotten this far if I didn't try a different stroke, meaning HCG, in order to get me to where I'm at now. You just have to try to incorporate his protocol, basically, to achieve your goals the best you can. A great tool that we have, too, nowadays that we didn't have back in Dr. Simeon's days is the social network. I think that's another great way that we can achieve our goals so much better, or there's so much more help, I guess, out here now than there was, too, in Dr. Simeon's. But it also can be a hindrance, too. I think that everyone, I don't know how to put this. It's great if you can find the right group of people. You want to find a social network that is going to be supportive 100% on pop or not, of you for achieving your goals. And that's where I found that on MyFitnessPal was the best place that I found as far as a social network goes, of people that are all trying to achieve the goal without being too judgmental, I guess would be the word. Because I think when you get into a social network where you have a lot of people that are very judgmental, then that can destroy you too. So you really have to be careful to try to find a network that's going to work well for you. I know I almost ran into a problem with YouTube that here that I ended up almost giving up and saying and not going any farther because of the fact that I tried the biomedic diet for a couple of weeks, and there was quite a few people that basically told me that, well, if you try something like that, then we do not agree with that, so we are going to no longer associate with you, or no longer even, basically they took me off their channel because they didn't agree with what I was doing, which those type of people you want to stay away from, because if they're not going to support you through your journey no matter what, just like with people in life, if they're going to say, it's my way or the highway, and not support you throughout your life, then you don't need them in your life. So you need to find a social network that's going to work well for you, and go with that. Because with MyFitnessPal, I found that everyone there is so supportive, and I'm finding that now too, because most of the people that were that way did take me off of their channel, and did go back to, or I don't know how, they just stopped basically commenting and being so negative. And those negative influences can bring you down. So don't let those negative influences bring you down, I guess is what I'm saying. And I wish that people would understand that Dr. Simeon's protocol is great, but everybody's journey is different, and you should never, and that's why it sort of aggravated me that Maddie was even thinking about, oh, well, I'm not going to be P2, and I could hear it in her voice that, well, people are going to be disappointed in me because I'm not going to be P2. No, we're not going to be disappointed in you at all, or I wouldn't be, and if I was, then I wouldn't be the support system that you should even have. Because we need to support one another to achieve our goals no matter what, and to help get through the life experiences and still achieve our goals. That's what we're here for. We're not here to say, you have to be on P2 or else, Maddie, you're not worth it. No. It's, you need to figure out how to still make that lifestyle change to get to your goal, be it P2, be it P3, be it just exercising more or drinking more water or whatever. If you lose 0.2 in a week and you're an all-A student, that's an achievement, or you don't even have to be an all-A student or a B student, but to achieve what your goals are in life. That's what's important. So that's why I'm so against people who are so negative about you have to do things a certain way. No, I'm here to help you achieve your goals no matter what, and that's a social network that you have to find. And I'll try to help you, even if it's not HCG. I'll try to help you in other ways to still achieve your goals. So find that social network, because that
The
is
other
so
thing that I
important.
think is really important to achieve your goals is journaling, or having a food journal. Um, it makes a huge difference for you to achieve your goals by doing this, because it makes you realize what foods you're eating, how much carbohydrates are in them, what's in the foods you're eating. Um, that was one of the first things that I taught my daughter, and that was the first thing that I learned, because I learned on the Biggest Loser site. They had a journaling site on the Biggest Loser, and then I went to, I think, Fit Day. They have Fit Day, which is a journaling site too, which is free. Biggest Loser, you had to pay $20, so that's why I ended up changing over to Fit Day when I found out about that. And then I found out about my Fitness Pal, which had more of the social network that I needed. Again, I was looking for the social network and the journaling tools, and that's what I found in my Fitness Pal, which they have it in. I'm trying to think of some more offhands that I've tried. Sparks is another one, which is another like social network diary type thing. But if I mean, whatever social network you find the right group of people, and also journaling to help yourself and what you need. But if you don't journal, and if you don't keep track of your foods, I don't think you can succeed. I mean, that's just my opinion, because I learned so much from journaling my food, because I learned what was in it, and oh my God, I mean, some of the things you don't even think about eating, and all of a sudden you put it in my Fitness Pal and it's like 400 calories, and you're like, oh my God, that's 400 calories. It's learning. Again, it's a learning experience. And that helps you too with Dr. Simeon's protocol, because with his protocol, we have to stay within 500 calories. Well, it makes you learn how to eat the right foods for little amount of calories. Again, he was very smart in helping us to learn the right. That's what he was doing too, is trying to help us learn how to eat less foods that are high in nutrients. And it does do that. It teaches you through this protocol how to eat your fruits and vegetables and protein and everything that you need, in a very small amount of calorie intake. And by taking out the sugars and the carbohydrates, we're able to do that and to make our bodies still run very efficiently. And also with the HCG helps to burn the fat that we need. But he also taught us how to incorporate the right foods, with very little calories. And if we don't journal those foods, we can be eating a lot more than we think. So definitely journal your foods, even in P3 and P4, because it also taught me which foods work well for my body, as far as which foods made me gain. Where, like, let's say I just journaled my food for the day, and then the next day I gained 2 pounds. Well, I would go back and look at the food that I journaled and found out that one of them had tons of sodium in it, and that's what made me gain. So, I mean, it really makes you aware of what's in the foods, to make you gain or lose, or that helps your body run the way it should. Again, getting that premium gas in there to make it run the way that your body needs to run, and that's how journaling helps you. So in closing, basically, there's 3 things that I feel that are very necessary, to help everyone succeed, in your lifestyle change. One of the things that I used to always tell people, it's not a diet, which I got, which is weird, because I used to say that all the time. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change. And now here I am all the time saying the HCG diet. It's sort of, I think the social network that I've been in with YouTube is changed that. Again, you have to say it's the HCG diet. Well, it's not. I think that it should be changed to the HCG Dr. Simeon's lifestyle change myself. But because again, once you say it's a diet, that means that it's a diet, and a diet usually means that it's for a short time, and it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change that Dr. Simeons was trying to teach us. So my main advice is basically to incorporate as much as possible of Dr. Simeon's lifestyle change into your life and learn from his protocol. And I guess maybe that's why he called it protocol, and we've changed it to diet, maybe, because he always said protocol, because a protocol is what? A lifestyle change. So, anyways, so to just basically incorporate as much as you can of his diet, because he does have some very great tools to use. And my second advice would be the social network. Again, but find the right one, because it can help you or it can hinder you depending on who's in that social network. You want people who are going to back you up no matter what. You want your best friends. And that's what I hope to be to all of you, is your best friends. I want to help you. You don't have to be in Dr. Simeon's protocol, and you don't have to be following on Pop to be on my channel, or for me to help you on my channel. I will be there for you and try to help you solve your issues, no matter what, to get to your goals. So I will never be a pure 100% HCG channel. I've learned a lot from HCG, and I've learned a lot from Dr. Simeon's protocol, but I've also learned a lot throughout my weight loss journey, which has been 3 years, in which I maintained my 143 weight for a year and a half. And if you follow my story, basically, I got to that 143 mark and could not get past it, and I finally found HCG, and HCG is what got me past that 143. So I know how to stabilize. I know how to do it without HCG as far as stabilization goes. It wasn't until I got frustrated because I couldn't get past the 143, and I changed my lifestyle change and went back to my old habits for 4 months. Went back to my old habits and gained, I went from 143 to 175. So again, it's a lifestyle change, and if you go off that lifestyle change, you will end up right back to where you were before. So don't let things frustrate you. I know it's very easy. I let it frustrate me. You can maintain, but I just had to come to a realization that if I go back into my old ways, that again, I will end up gaining weight. So I've learned how to maintain and be happy with that maintenance. So, and I will try to help you in any way I can to do that too. And then also the journaling. I can't stress that enough, how important that is to learn, as a learning tool, to learn your body. I will tell everyone, and I've always told everyone, nobody knows your body better than you. Journal, keep track of your foods, and you will learn how that gasoline works in your body. So you will learn what type of gasoline to put in your body, I guess. I know, gosh, I'm so bad with names. I'm the worst with names. I'm so sorry. But there was God, I can't believe I can't remember her name. I've been talking to her like forever this month. That was having a problem with P4 and, or P3, I mean. And again, it was finding the right fuels for her body, and she finally did it. And you do that through journaling, you do that through life experiences. Oh, it's going to drive me crazy. I can't think of her name. Graphics Girl. Like with Graphics Girl. Graphics Girl was having a problem with P3, and she just couldn't figure it out. She kept on gaining and gaining and gaining, and I was trying to tell her, to do more protein or do this or do that, trying to think of all the life experiences that I've had. But again, her body doesn't run on the same fuel as mine, and she figured it out for herself. She figured out that by doing an alternative day diet, that's what works best for her body. And also she did, I think, ended up incorporating more protein, which helped her too. But and again, every little tool will help. And the social network, again, that's where it helps you too. Where I tried to help her, and 20 other people tried to help her, and the books that she read and the people that she's met helped her to get to the conclusion that she did. But it wasn't anything to do with HCG's protocol. It's what worked for her body, and that's what we have to find. And she learned that through journaling, because she kept on journaling and figuring out what worked for her body and what didn't work for her body. So that's what we need to do. So those would be the three things, basically, to try to learn from Dr. Simeon's protocol, try to learn from your life experiences, and with a social network, use those tools, utilize people's experiences in their diets and in their lifestyle changes, and books that they've read and whatnot, and then also, like I said, the journaling. Those three things are going to help you to definitely get to where you need to be. I hope this helped. And like I said, my channel is open to everyone. My channel is open to help you achieve your goals in weight loss. So that's what I'm here for. That is why I got onto YouTube, is because I felt like I've come such a long way, and I've learned so much in the past 3 years that I wanted to pay it back, and I wanted to give it forward and to help others achieve their goals. And I'll never be here to be opinionated or to say one way or the highway. I will always be here to try to help you solve your problems in life to get to your goals. So I love you guys. Great releases, great stabilization, and I'm here for you. Bye.